Hey guys, welcome back to another Evil Within commentary. I know I've been a little off because I keep jumping from game to game to game because I really haven't been following my schedule lately. But in all seriousness, really it's just about the love of video games at the end of the day, you know? But anyway, on to this commentary. This is the updated video for Evil Within, as you all know, and this time I'm really getting in depth with the whole barbed wire lawsuit that the barbed wire distributors and companies were trying to file against Bethesda because they felt like they were using barbed wire for the torture reason when they believed that barbed wire is a sense of safety and all this other crap, but at the end of the day it really isn't about whether or not barbed wire is used in a certain state of mind, but how other people use them is what they really look at. Quite frankly, I'm really disappointed that people would even think that using barbed wire as in a video game turns out to be something so sadistic. Because looking at it like this, it's a game based on absolute fear. So, I mean, I guess in a sense, if you look at the movie Saw, for example, if you see a guy get hung up by barbed wire with barbed wire wrapped around his neck, slowly choking him to death, I mean, I don't see barbed wire companies complaining about that. But they want to throw this lawsuit down Bethesda's throat, saying that they don't want this, they don't want them to make their company look bad, this, that, and the third. But at the real serious point, they didn't even Bethesda's lawyers didn't even really look at it like it's a lawsuit, because they looked at it like, okay, so they're really just they're just mad because we're not doing things that they want to do. They make a game that's built on putting the absolute fear into someone, and even putting, people who have epilepsy into a true sense of fear. It's really not, who cares whether or not people want to complain about barbed wire. I mean, barbed wire is used in horror movies, all types of stuff. I mean, let's be realistic. I never really thought having barbed wire around a character in the game was such a bad thing. Better yet, a prime example. If you know some of the mutated creatures in Evil Within, you notice how a lot of them have barbed wire, nails, and all types of stuff attached to them. In fact, you may notice that there's one of them that has nails through both sides of their heads. You know, stuff like that. I mean, you don't see them complaining about that, but they want to complain about barbed wire. I'm still stuck on how people feel like it's okay to complain about something that's so invalid that it makes such little sense to even complain about something so pathetic. You know, as people who develop such a game that has such an outstanding amount of quality in it, and such a game that was developed to the point of where it's based upon what a person can truly fear in their lifetime, I don't really think anybody should even be bothered with this whole lawsuit in the first place. And whether the game gets the files for the lawsuit or not, or whether they even bother looking at it, is really up to Bethesda, because we heard that they're thinking about restraining certain aspects in the game, but they didn't do it. They're not going to listen to them. They're not going to listen to anything they say. I mean, why even listen to a barbed wire company when people use barbed wire for a lot of things? Even people in real life use barbed wire to torture people. You know, People who are sadistic nut jobs. But the whole point of the fact that it's just a video game, people. Why even get upset about it when it's just a video game? I mean, I'm just saying, these people are adults, and they're saying we all kids should act their age and stuff. I mean, let's look at it like this. You idiots are sitting there are getting mad because a game is being developed that involves barbed wire, and the game sold more than 1 million copies in less than a week. What that smell in the air is, that smell in the air, to me, that's hating. That's a hate smell. I can smell that from a mile away. Anybody who's sitting there and that's got enough common sense to file a lawsuit against a video game really needs to sit down and look themselves in the mirror and say, am I really this pathetic? Am I really this ignorantly stupid to even think that such a thing would even be credible, to even try and get the little bit of paycheck from the fact that all I do is bend and twist wires for a living? You know, you people want to be realistic about this. Let's be realistic about this. We're looking at the next gen console video game here that is based upon what a person can really do and what imagination can take to a person. You want to talk about having sadistic craziness and want to have all types of something wrong with a person. You're not looking at the big picture. These people went to college, went to school to get where they are today, and they really don't want to tolerate someone else trying to say that their work is disgusting. I wouldn't stand for that either. So I give my shout outs to Bethesda for not even backing down on any of that. I don't think they should ever back down when it comes to pathetic individuals, such hypocrites who think that they can just because they make a little money, they think they can run their mouths and say what they want about people and act as if it's okay. So all you guys at the barbed wire companies who think that doing all this talking all this BS about Evil Within, saying it's dangerous to children, people, you people can really just sit and spin for all that. Nobody's paying attention to none of you saying, you know. And I know you guys are probably telling me that this is not really a commentary. It's really just what I'm saying. I'm speaking my mind when I say this. I support Evil Within. I support Bethesda as it is. I support both the game and the developer's company. I give all my support to them. I don't think anybody should be even subsequented to something so minor. It's so ignorant that some people would even think that they can actually have the strength to put on paper about of